Here I am at the grounds of Cawdor Castle. Now, I'm not going in. It's over £11 to get in. And there's a couple of things I want to say about it, but I don't want to say that much about it that is worth 11 quid to go in. Nice little caravan out here, look. Wouldn't mind living in that. The annoying thing is, I just wanted to get a picture of the castle. You can't see it. It's all... Can I see it through this gate? Give me a second. I might get you a picture yet. No, not happening. I detest it when they build walls around so much so that you can't see it. You have to pay the £11 to get in. As I say, for the story I'm telling you, it's not worth doing. But it's interesting for 2 or 3 reasons. The first one is what's in the basement. Now, there was a guy who wanted to build a castle here, but he wasn't sure where to build it. So he got a donkey, he had a donkey, and it was laden with gold. I don't know why, don't ask me. It was laden with gold, and he decided wherever it would lay down, that's where he'd build the castle. So the donkey was walking around for hours and hours, and he's waiting for it to lie down. And it eventually does, next to a holly tree, just underneath a holly tree. And he builds a castle around the holly tree. Doesn't dig the holly tree up. The holly tree is still in the castle, underneath one of the towers. I'll be throwing pictures in here so you can see it anyway. I'll get them off the internet. Don't have to go in, it's free. So the castle was thought to date from about 1400. But the holly tree has been tested. It's dead now. It's been tested and like carbon dated, if you like. And they're saying it was dead in about 1372. So that goes to show that it is actually older than they thought it was. But yeah, the tree is still there. That is fascinating. I would have liked to have seen that, but not for 11 quid. What the place is most famed for is Macbeth. Macbeth by Shakespeare. Yeah, I've never read it either. Sounds boring. Probably is. But Macbeth, in Macbeth, the character Macbeth he gets made the Thane of Cawdor, which is a load of rubbish because Macbeth is a known king of Scotland from the year 1040 to 1057. That's a real person, and Cawdor Castle wasn't here in that year, so Shakespeare made that bit up. He just completely lied. He knew about Cawdor Castle because he knew a lot about Scotland and Scottish places. And he just put that castle in with the king and just made it up. I can't stand people who take history and just add bits and just make it up as they go along. No need for that. And 2 more little stories for you. Firstly, the Campbells had the castle for a long time. Yeah, we knew they would have done at some point. And at the moment, there's a woman there, living there, called, lovely name, Countess Angelica. Countess Angelica, now she doesn't get on with her stepson. A stepson, she had to stop him from growing genetically modified rapeseed here in 2001. And then, 2002, she went on holiday. While she was on holiday, he moved himself in. He thought, you know, I'm living here, I'm part of the family. And he's just like the stepson. So she took him to court, got him kicked out. And she still lives here. But yeah, she's completely protected the place. You can't get in unless you pay 11 quid. Or unless you know all the history of what's inside, know where to get the pictures on the internet to put them in to the video clip. And you can just present, you know, you can feel as if you've been in. Honestly, you don't have to go in anywhere. There's plenty of things on the internet. You don't have to see the actual thing. You just have to come with me. And it's all free. As long as you donate to Rays of Sunshine, please keep the donations coming in, people. Go to diggingthecoast.com, click donate. All the links are in the description. Right, let's move on. It has been throwing it down all day. So here we are on the driveway up to a castle, Brodie Castle. But on the actual driveway is this stone. It's known as the Rodney Stone. It's a Pictish stone with carvings on each side, and because it's absolutely belting it down at the moment, it stands out very well. It's looking pretty good. So on this side, on the front, you can see two serpents. They're fantastic. I don't know what they're supposed to be exactly. Some kind of serpents, but they look good. On the other side, on this side, you've got a big cross with some kind of animal there. It looks like a wild boar type beastie thing. Don't know. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Very well detailed and about 6 foot tall. Now, I've read that this has the longest Pictish inscription ever found on a stone. It's slightly weathered and it's very hard to read. Well, I'll be honest with you, I can't see any. I can't see any writing. Apart from at the bottom, you've got like a D and an upside down A. There's some letters at the other side. Yeah, it's so far faded that I can't see it. You know, I can see wiggly lines and serpents and stuff, but I can't see any kind of inscription which looks like Pictish, whatever it said, inscriptions. But it does say it has the name Ethernan on it. I can't see the name Ethernan on it, but he was a Pictish saint. Now, if you read the board, it says that it's named after Rodney, Admiral Rodney, who was some kind of massive hero in 1782. But there's another side of the story saying it was actually the name of the guy who found it. It wasn't here to start with, they've put it here. It was in a churchyard of a church which has disappeared in this area, and the actual grave digger was the one who found the stone, and he was called Rodney. So some people say it was named after the guy who found it. Which is true, I don't know. It's a pretty decent stone, but there's a much better stone just further up the road I'm going to go to. And I'm really looking forward to that one. You think this is good? This is 6 foot tall. I believe the other one is 23 feet tall. I can't wait to see that one. But first I've got to go up to Brodie Castle. So way up yonder is Brodie Castle. I can't show you it any closer, I'm afraid, because it's closed. It's late at night. Obviously, there's people living there, I believe. But Brodie Castle. Now, Brodie Castle itself is rubbish. Absolute rubbish. There's nothing interesting about it whatsoever. Apart from it was given to the Brodies by Robert the Bruce. He gave them that castle. I don't know where he got all this land from, Robert the Bruce. He must have been really good at real estate, but he made some good investments and he just kept giving it away to everybody. We really don't know much about the castle because in 1645 there was some kind of battle here and it was burnt down and all the records got burnt away, so nobody really knows which clans had it from, you know, when Robert the Bruce handed it over to the fire. Nobody knows what happened. But the most exciting thing about this place, I was going to come anyway because there was the stone back there, but the reason I did come up here is because of the hill. Macbeth's Hill, or hillock they call it, Macbeth's Hillock. It is the hill where Macbeth himself, back in the 11th century, there was a Macbeth, King Macbeth of Scotland, who Shakespeare wrote about. There is this hill here, which is where the witches, the 3 witches, told Macbeth that he was going to become king. Now, because Macbeth was a real person, whether that is true or not, I don't know. Was it just Shakespeare making it up? I think he was a bit of a liar. I'm not keen on Shakespeare. He used to write rubbish. He didn't, you know, instead of just writing in normal English, he wrote it all weird and wrong and in like riddles and stuff. So I don't like him. So the fact that 3 witches met Macbeth on a hill just there, I'd take with a pinch of salt. You can believe it if you want. You know, read the book Macbeth. There must be some DVDs and films about it as well. I bet there's musicals. Loads of people like that kind of stuff. You know, like classical literature, poetry, rubbish. Shakespeare. If you're into it, great. You'd be really interested in the hill. but whether it's true or not, I don't know. Give me a proper writer or proper poet and I'll appreciate it. You know, like Enid Blyton. I like Enid Blyton. Stephen King, he's a good writer. Yeah, I can do him. But Shakespeare, you know, was he a poet, a playwright? I don't know what he was, apart from rubbish. And don't anyone be telling me I don't know Shakespeare, I haven't given him a chance. I have. I read a line once, it said, to be or not to be, that is the question. No, the question is, what are you talking like that for? Nobody talks like that. Not in England, not in Scotland, not in anywhere, nowhere in the world does anyone talk like that. Apart from in theatres where they show Shakespeare plays, which nobody goes to, apart from people nobody wants to know anyway. Talking English, man. So yeah, I have read that line of Shakespeare. That were enough. That's all I needed to know. If there's anyone out there who wants to read to be or not to be, that is the question, and then thinks it's worth carrying on and reading the rest of it, you're mad. But that's your choice.
Hello, all you Deep Digger Dan fans. Dorothy Calm here. Dot to my friends. On behalf of Dan and Rays of Sunshine, I want to thank you for your donations. I'm asking you to please keep them coming by digging deep into your pockets for these sweet children. By granting them a wish that only you can fulfill, your gift will bring smiles to seriously ill and terminally ill children. It's very easy. Just click on the link in the description below or go to diggingthecoast.com. Oh, not me, honey, the website. And select donate. Thank you. Are we off? We are. Hey, Danny. Some say I look remarkably like Jennifer Aniston. So the next time you're in town, ring me up.